It takes place in the year 1529 in the city of Marburg. 1529 is a critical year in the Reformation because after the Diet of Worms in 1521, the question of how to handle the rising Protestant movements within the empire had become a pressing one for the Holy Roman Empire, effectively the secular authority of Central Europe, we might say. And in 1526, at what's called the First Diet of Speyer, a kind of compromise had been reached that left the door open for a potential way of moving forward that might accommodate the various religious factions within the empire. In March 1529, a second diet, imperial diet, a sort of council meeting, if you like, meets in the city of Speyer and definitively closes that door in a way that puts the Lutherans in a very vulnerable position and basically puts the Reformers and the Anabaptists, the Reformed and the Anabaptists, right on the outside and vulnerable to persecution. And in the case of the Anabaptists, the death penalty. So the Protestant situation in 1529 is pretty tense. And Philip of Hesse, the Landgrave of Hesse, a German noble, decides that it would be very useful if some kind of alliance could be forged between the Lutheran cities and states in the north and the Swiss Reformed cities and some imperial Reformed cities in the south and the west. So he calls this meeting at the castle in Marburg, where the hope is that the leading theologians of the two traditions that are represented there will find some kind of common theological ground in order to build a political alliance, a sort of mutual protective alliance to face down the potentially hostile forces of the empire. It's a little weird to us to think in those terms because by and large today, foreign policy doesn't rest upon theological agreement.
Matters,
but of course,
right.
in the 16th century, it's very, very important that alliances take account of theological common ground and agree to tolerate certain theological differences. It's just the way society is structured. So the Marburg Colloquy, in its primary intention, is really an attempt to forge a theological confessional basis for a kind of mutual defense league for Lutherans and Reformed.